quick. Hey, y'all, I'm Tammy, and this is Collard Valley Cooks. Today, we're going to be frying up some tenderized pork cube steak, and I'm going to make a few biscuits real quick. I've got some squash made, and we're going to make some cream potatoes. So it might be a little bit of time, but it's going to be good. So we're going to get started right quick. The first thing we're going to do is make our biscuits and get them in the oven. I don't even have the oven on. Woo! Got to get with it. We'll turn it up. It'll be hot. I got my lunch still sitting on the stove. All right. So we're just going to mix up some biscuits. Now let me get my head in the right place. I wasn't quite ready for y'all. Nan and Pop are here today. So maybe you'll see them at the end of the video. Chris's mom and dad. And they're Virginia and Bernard. Nichols. We are Nichols. All right, let me get some buttermilk. Buttermilk. I would have normally had that out already, but we hit the button soon. Do you know where my buttermilk is? I guess it's out in the other refrigerator. Sorry, y'all. I've got to take a trip. Chris, talk to him.
You can see what she ate for lunch. Pretty pitiful. Cut that light off out there.
Well, how about I cut one on? All righty. Yeah, we started the thing a little early, so. This is biscuit mix. So I'm just going to make a few biscuits with this Southern Biscuit Mix Formula L. All you got to do is add your milk to it. And I'm using buttermilk. It's that simple. And I just like to add it until I get all the flour off the bowl. And that's good, just like that. Perfect. Set this to the side. We're going to make us up some biscuits. Let me get my pan out.
Okay. Got your cousin Felicia on here.
Hello,
I was
Felicia.
just up in Cedartown, Felicia. I just came home. I picked up Mom and Daddy. They come down and met me down there.
Yep.
I was there for 3 days.
I'm going to put a little Crisco in the bottom of my pan right here for my biscuits. All right. I got stuff everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be able to see, baby.
Okay.
So, I guess I'll do it right here.
Let them see. Just do drop biscuits.
No, I don't want to do drop biscuits.
Well.
I made too many biscuits to do drop biscuits. You know what I mean? I got too much batter.
Oh, it's not enough. Yeah. Gotcha.
I got to make a real biscuit. I could have made a whole cake.
Make a whole pancake.
Whole cake's good when you're having gravy. Really, it is.
Just make one big giant biscuit. Lay it in there.
Could. Lord, I didn't have nothing out.
Nope.
Hey, y'all. If y'all just tuning in, this is Collard Valley Cooks. I'm Tammy. The cameraman is Chris, my husband. We're making some biscuits. We're going to make some gravy. We're going to fry up some pork. It's tenderized pork chops. Fried tenderized pork loin, I guess is what it is. And then I've got some squash made. We're just stewing it. And cream potatoes. Good supper tonight. So we are eating good. Chris's mom and daddy's here. So y'all might see us several times live because with his mom and dad here, I get to cook a little more. Because me and Chris, lots of times, we might eat popcorn for supper. I'm sure some of y'all do that too. I bought a couple of things that would be easy for me to make while they're here. I did.
Biscuits left over for breakfast.
Maybe. I'll make 2 little ones for these.
Okay.
2 little ones. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of buttermilk on them. I'm going to save this flour and we'll use it in our gravy. I was reading the comments from the viewers the other day, and somebody said that her mama put buttermilk on top of her biscuits.
Must have been a good cook.
And it wasn't even a biscuit video, but she told me that's what her mama did. Thought that was cool, because that's what we do. Now, my mama didn't, but my granny did. All right, I'm going to get these in the oven. And we're going to get these pork chops battered and fried. And there's a lot of them, so I may pick out a big pan to cook them in. Instead of a cast iron, I think I'm going to use this. Woo, big one.
That's a skillet.
It is. And I'm going to preheat it. We're going to get it preheated. Get it to going. All right. So I'm going to put this flour in here so we can use it in a minute. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to save my bowl. And I'm just going to rake it up. And I'm not going to want the little pieces out of it or in it, you know. So I'm putting it in here. Chris, hold that bowl under this.
I was going to say, when it fall through.
Yes.
I was going to see what you did with that. There you go.
And I'm just going to sit it right there and sit it over here next to where I'm going to make my gravy. And then I'll have to use more flour than that, but that's the start of it.
The buttermilk makes the biscuits taste good, and it makes them pretty on the top.
Yeah, it does make them pretty. All right, we just need a little flour. What happened to my dip? Oh, here it is. I'm looking for my dipper. A flour dipper. So get you out some flour. You're going to beat up a couple of eggs. And this recipe is in our first cookbook. And I use steak and chop and salt and pepper to batter them. To sprinkle them with, and then I just batter them with self-rising flour, and I fry them in corn oil. It's in the first cookbook.
Somebody asked about these spoons. We got these spoons on, or these cups on ColorValleyCooks.com. Anything we're using is on Color Valley Cooks.
Yep, everything's there. All you got to do is go to ColorValleyCooks.com, click the shop kitchen at the very top, and it's going to have it on there for you. All right, I'm going to pull these apart. Chris, I just got my hands dirty pulling these apart.
Okay.
So would you mind handing me my salt and pepper box?
Okay.
I've got to wash my hands anyway, but still you can grab it while I'm doing this.
The pan's smoking pretty good.
Oh, yeah, it is. I say it is preheated. It'll be fine. Oh, I didn't know you just still had something to grab. Sorry about that. So, I just season one side of my meat. Some people, it drives them crazy. But you know what? When I was young, I always seasoned both sides. Mama did too. But now that I'm older, I'm like, well, if you season it good, there ain't no reason why you got to put it on both sides. As long as you season it good.
Yeah, you don't just taste it on one side.
It's really, it's like if you do a really good job of seasoning it, there ain't no reason to flip it over and season it again.
New York City. We got somebody from New York
City. Awesome.
Tampa Bay.
We always got them New Yorkers on here. They must like the way we talk.
Do y'all know the #1 city where people watch our videos in the United States?
The #1 city.
Y'all guess. I'll give y'all a few minutes to guess.
Yeah.
Because you're not.
That's our.
We were surprised.
That's our question of the day.
Yeah. What's the #1 city where we get more views than anywhere else?
Where do you think it is?
And the winner gets a chicken dinner.
No, we don't.
Yeah. You just get to be the winner. We got New York guest. We got Philadelphia guest. And we got people from Connecticut and Texas.
Well, hello, everybody.
Everywhere.
Everybody in the kitchen tonight making something delish. If you were the neighbor, you couldn't get a bite.
Yeah.
I miss our neighbors in St. Mary's.
Arizona, Oklahoma, Kentucky. Now everybody's just saying where they're from. Tennessee. Nobody's guessing. Texas. The seasoning we used.
My favorite.
Is that right there? Weber Steak and Shop.
They have another steak seasoning, but this is my favorite. It's in my cookbooks because I like it a lot. And I put it on quite a few things. I surely do. This is a lot of meat. You think I should cook all this meat?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Are we going to have it for breakfast?
We can. Somebody said Alaska, Texas, North Carolina. Now, we're talking about a city. Guess what city?
City, not state.
You know what? I don't even remember what state it is. Do you remember?
Well, honey, they don't give. Well, no. I mean, I don't think they tell us the state. They tell us the cities.
Tell us the state.
Well, we can't let them guess that because we don't know.
I know. We got another New York City. We got Florida.
All right, I'm going to tell y'all what it is.
We're going to tell you.
#1 city. I shouldn't be yelling. I'm such a loud person. New York City.
No.
It ain't?
No.
I thought it was New York City.
It's not.
Well, what is it then?
Philadelphia.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia is the #1 city in the United States.
We have the most views
we get
from.
More views from Philadelphia than any other city.
Isn't that wild?
I think the #1 state might have been
Texas.
Texas.
Because it's such a big state.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to beat a big state that's got that much population.
Mm-hmm. And New York City was up there.
Yeah, it used to be the #1.
Atlanta.
I know it used to be.
I think.
That's why I guessed it.
I think Charlotte was up there.
Really?
I think, yeah.
Cool.
I'd have to go back and look.
All right, here's our meat. And I'm going to let it sit there just a second.
Yeah, YouTube gives us all kind of data that we can look at, and it'll tell us what states and what age groups. And they tell you all kind of stuff, don't they, Tammy?
Yeah. Baby, go right there in that hallway, and in that little basket, there's some wash rags. Hand me one. Please. I mean, they can see in there. Everything's clean.
I'm not worried about them seeing. I'm worried about going around in circles and
What are you talking about?
make it look like we're having an earthquake and moving on camera all over the place, making people sick. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to try to use some of this flour, too.
Okay. Get the plan.
Shoot, as much as everything's costing now, you can't waste nothing. I'm not using this because it's got egg and stuff in it. Y'all, I'm letting that steak sit a minute. It's good to let it sit a minute. If you let it sit a minute, It gives it time for the batter to stay on there good. After you fry it, it's going to do better. And it's smart if you happy you're in the way. It's smart if you get some stuff ready. I need some oil. Is this good oil?
Yes. Is that enough?
Well, yeah.
That's plenty.
That pan ought to be on higher now. All right, let's let that oil get hot. We're going to drop those. And while we're waiting on that, we can, wait, this thing going in. We can cream some potatoes. You have to multitask when you're cooking supper. And I like to do lives because it really does show you how to cook instead of just cooking one thing. You know, it just is not that simple to make supper. I mean, it would be a lot simpler if I wasn't talking, but I'm just saying, it's good for y'all to see all the steps and to kind of see how long it takes to do stuff. All right, so I like to cream my potatoes with hand mixer. Mama used KitchenAid, and so does my brother. But I don't get the big KitchenAid out. I don't remember my mother ever using a hand mixer for anything.
Really?
Yes. Never. She never used a hand mixer. She always used the KitchenAid.
Mama used them all the time.
Always.
We have lived at this house about a year. Well, a little over a year now.
Now, I have been posting some videos where I combine some things, like this last one I did was Brussels sprouts, and a lot of y'all didn't watch it. But I've been combining some of them because they're so short. It makes sense for me to combine it, and that way, you know, you get to see more than one recipe. And it's it's a longer video, which is better for us. We need butter, sour cream. Now, Mama didn't use sour cream in hers, but she would use milk or most of the time just milk. All right, this ought to be getting hot.
Yeah, it ought to be real
We're going to
good.
drop these. We'll come back over there.
Real good and hot.
All right, this is how you really cook. You multitask.
Just right.
And this is pork if you're just coming in. Right now, beef is so expensive. Pork and chicken is more affordable than beef and than beef. And this is boneless, skinless pork. It's the tender. It's like the tenderloin part of the pork. But they tenderize it mechanically, like cube steak. But it's pork, and I love it better than steak. It's my favorite. This is my favorite, especially with biscuits and gravy. And those are brown. Let me just turn off the convection. I don't know if they're done, but I can check.
Look done. Look pretty. Looks like they're getting close anyway.
They look done. I'm gonna leave them in there though, just for a minute. I'll turn it down.
Don't forget, y'all don't let us forget the biscuits.
And I turned off the convection. All right. We're gonna get some butter in here.
Here we go.
Cold butter, hard as a rock. Not hard as a rock, but pretty hard. Doing good. Salt. Pepper. Nana don't put pepper in hers, but I do. So sorry, Nana. Nana. I always think of that after I've already done it. Let them see my silverware drawer. Isn't that pretty, y'all? I love these wood things. All right. Here we go.
I don't know how somebody says they haven't seen that pork tenderized where they live.
Yeah, lots of them
Was
don't do it.
asking how many times they run it through the tenderizer thing. I really don't know.
Well, we don't know because I don't ask the butcher to do it.
Yeah, they're in a package.
Yeah. But now, down here, you're starting to be able to find it a lot more often.
Yeah, we used to just find it
at Ingles.
Yeah, but now
I gotta flip this. I've got to flip this pork.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that looks good.
I don't know if that's brown enough for Nan and Papa.
That was the first one you put. I mean, the last one you put in. I think they're all right.
Yeah, they're good. Doing good. We are getting it done. These are going to be sticky because I made them ahead of time.
Don't forget your biscuits.
Honey, they're not really cooking. They're on convection's off. It's down low. Anytime you cook your potatoes ahead of time, they will get sticky. They surely will. All right. This is our squash. And this is what we're going to put it in. Pepper and salt. It's just not complicated, y'all. And butter. And that's it. That is it.
Make mess up with that.
And then I smash them a little bit. Now, a lot of y'all like onion in it. I don't put onion in mine. And it's so funny because Virginia said, well, you can put it in there. And I said, well, Virginia, do you put it in yours? And she said, no. It's so funny because like mine and Chris's mamas cook so much the same kind of stuff, which is really cool. No wonder we got along so well when we got married. Our food was the same. And that's something. Now, he was raised up in Northwest Georgia, up at the top, and I was raised Northwest Georgia down in the middle. So we're both Northwest Georgia people. I'm trying to think about what I want to put these on. I guess I'll just use this. Now, for lunch, I had Vienna sausages wrapped in biscuits with pork and beans. And Chris won't eat that. He thinks it's gross. But I love it. It's my favorite thing. So if he's ever gone,
this smells good.
I'll get them out for you, baby. So if he's ever gone, I eat it while he's gone. Oh, let me get these out first. Now, these are thin, so we don't take forever to cook them. Whoops. Well, that's pretty, ain't it? Some people would call this schnitzel. Is that what they call it?
I think
This is exactly what this is.
Yeah. What about that?
Yeah. So if you're from, where are they at?
Germany.
Germany. This is really like schnitzel.
You turn that down? Oh.
I guess so. These are my big pieces. I saved them for last. Try to cook when you're cooking, if you got different sizes like that, then try to cook the same sizes at the same time. And that way they should get done at the same time. So I cooked my smaller pieces, and then I'm cooking my larger pieces.
But they're still thin.
They're still what?
Thin.
Oh, yeah, they're still thin. Watch out, Happy. All right, here's our biscuits. Whoop, got brown. They're about too brown. Daddy would like them. He likes them like that. Ooh, they're hot. They're hot, y'all. Then all we got to do is make some gravy. So I'll go ahead and get out the milk for that. Y'all having fun? Oh, you having fun? We're going to make 3 cups. I like to make my gravy in this 4-cup measuring tool. And I use 3 cups of milk. And you got to have some butter. Now, Mama always used shortening for her gravy, but I love butter gravy. And now that I've grown up and started this show, I never even used butter for my gravy until years after we started the show. And once I tasted it, I was like, oh my stars, that's good. So now I make butter gravy.
Sometimes.
Now I'm just cleaning up, baby. So
sometimes she makes shortening. She makes them both.
But most of the time I do. I'm just going to clean up. Y'all can watch that while I'm cleaning. Because you got to pick up as you go. If you don't, you have such a mess.
Mm-hmm. Mess.
A mess.
Happy, there's nothing in the floor for you, Marcy. Marcy, look at these people. Marcy.
Okay. I need a spoon. I got to taste it. Oh, yeah, I'll use this. I got to taste these. I don't know if they're hot enough. I think that's why they're sticky. They're not. I got to warm these up before we eat. I made more potatoes than I normally do. Let's warm them, y'all. We'll warm both of these. They've been off for a while. Now, if you mix your potatoes and then you get ready to warm them, you got to be careful.
Now, did you mean to put 2 eyes on?
Yes.
Okay.
That one in the back needs to be a little higher.
Just double check. Just making sure.
I had that turned up pretty high. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to slice this little tomato for Nana in case she wants some. And I got it under control.
The pot and pan set that we use is on ColorValleyCooks.com if you want to look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody asked about knives earlier.
This pot and pan set is Salad Master knockoff. And I'm telling you, it's just like it. Just like it. It's called, trying to think. Y'all caught me off guard asking it.
You'll have to look on it.
Yeah. Go on there and look. It's the only
Now, Salad
stainless
Master
steel.
will tell you that it is not.
Oh, yeah, but it is.
But it is
If you
not.
flip it over and look at it, and the way it's made, it's 304 stainless steel, triple ply. It's great stuff. Great stuff. I mean, good stuff. All right.
And then we have a variety of frying pans and stuff.
Now there is, yeah, there is a set of pots and pans I put in there because it's a bestseller. That's super cheap right now. That's a nonstick set that has really good ratings.
Maxim, that's it.
Maxim, yes, that's what this is.
It's Melissa to the rescue.
Now
Melissa
look,
is Tammy's sister.
I want y'all to look at this because it happens. This happens. Wait a minute, let me tell them. This happens when you cook your potatoes ahead of time and you turn them down on the lower temperature and they're not piping hot. When you mix them up, they will get pasty and sticky, more sticky like.
Starchy.
Yeah. So you just need to make sure that if you want to turn them down, you need to turn them up to high temperature in that water and get them good and hot before you drain them and mix them up. And I didn't because I'm live. And lots of times when I'm live, you know, sometimes I make mistakes.
When you start talking, it's hard to, you've never tried to do it. It's hard to talk and
Cook.
do a show and cook
Yeah, it is.
at the same time.
All right, look at that. That looks good, good. Now I'm going to take the darkest out of here.
It looks pretty good. There's really not much.
There's some around the edges
Oh, I see. Yeah.
that I don't want in my gravy. So just kind of go around the edge. Now, when I was growing up, I didn't have these little strainers. But let me tell you, I love them. And what happened is on that one side, it's like it got too dark.
We can go with that. Right here.
Right here. And I don't want those black pieces in my gravy. I'm picky.
Well, it's cooking.
What?
It's cooking the whole time that you're doing this.
I know. I need to turn it down. All I'm doing is getting out the darkest.
Careful.
Put it in my old lunch. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
I guess I'm not using butter. Let me pour a little bit of this off. That's too much grease. Where should I put this grease? Let's put it in these beans. We're having some fried beans. I'm trying to reach and find stuff, and I don't know where my stuff is. I wanted to put a little bit of butter in here. And this is just all the flour that we had left over. And so you're going to see where we battered that pork and made biscuits. There's some pieces that I'm not going to put in. But anyway, I was telling y'all about these. You can get a set of these, like 3 of them, for less than $10 most of the time. And they are so handy in the kitchen. Handy dandy. Here is my handy dandy. I think it needs a little bit more flour. Salt. Pepper. It's what makes gravy good. Is salt and pepper and butter. All right, I'm gonna turn it up. Let it start to brown a little bit. And boy, we're about to have a good supper. Did you turn off those potatoes?
I didn't do anything to anything.
They're hot.
Wasn't me.
And let me just tell you, even if they're pasty, they're delicious.
I like them.
You do?
I like pasty potatoes.
You do?
Sure.
You've never told me that.
Well, why wouldn't you?
I mean, they're good.
I guess some people don't like them. They make a big deal out of them. I don't care.
Let me taste everything since I got a minute to do it. See if it's got enough salt and pepper. Salt. It don't taste like it's got any salt in it.
I don't think. I didn't know. I don't remember you putting. I guess you did. Mm-hmm.
See, I'm making more than I normally make, so it's taking more salt and pepper than what I normally put in. Or, because usually it's just right after I salt it. But not today.
Rich. And running.
It's our milk. And we just got to let it get nice and gravy-like. Thicken. We're about to have a good supper. What do y'all think? Want them to see a biscuit?
Stuff.
All righty. We are about to eat. It'll take a second. Turn it up. So, if you're just tuning in, this is Collard Valley Cooks. I grew up on Collard Valley Road in Cedartown, Georgia. Some people are like, I wondered if that was what Collard Valley you're from. And I'm like, yeah. So a lot of people have been through there. But tonight we made, some people in Germany you'd call this pork schnitzel, but we just call it fried tenderized pork. It's like cube steak, but it's pork, and it's so good. And then we've got biscuits, we've got stewed squash, and we've got some cream potatoes and gravy. And y'all have been on here the whole time. And now you know how long it takes to make a big supper. This is a big supper. And it's going to be good. Come on, gravy. Somebody told me the other day they got one of these, and it was a bigger hook. And I said, it's because you bought a cheap one. If you get one of these to turn your meat, you have to get the one I link on the website. If you do not, and you get a cheaper one, it will not be sharp and pointed.
Yep.
It'll be pointed, but it'll be real big and fat, like what you'd use out on the grill.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to make
Look
sure,
out, Marcy.
make sure and get what I link. Because a lot of people are think they think they're going to be smart and get something cheaper, and then when they get it, they're disappointed.
Sometimes you get what you pay for.
All right, that's ready.
In my opinion, you always get what you pay for.
All right, I'm going to pick this up and pour it in here.
Okay.
Y'all can watch. Let me hold it with this. All right, Chris. And I usually make a mess on the counter because this is so big.
That's a little bigger skillet.
Mm-hmm.
Normal. Didn't do too bad.
Gravy. Good gravy. We could have this gravy biscuit and pork chop biscuit in the morning for leftovers because we're going to have plenty of it. Plenty of it. All right. Y'all ready to make a plate? Nana and Papa, y'all want to come and introduce yourself? Huh? Y'all look pretty. You want to say hello to everybody?
Look at him. Mama, come here and make you drink.
Y'all come on in here.
That'll make them come in here. I say come in and make your drink.
I got these biscuits brown on the bottom. All right, we're going to make a plate, and y'all are going to meet Nana and Papa. Come on, y'all. Papa moves slow, don't you, Papa? This is Chris's mom and daddy. This is Bernard. Hello. And this is Virginia, his mother. Yeah. And they are sweethearts. They're good parents. Very good parents. And very good in-laws.
And this is our 62
anniversary. Tomorrow's our anniversary.
Oh!
62.
I'll make y'all something tomorrow.
Special anniversary tomorrow.
Yes. Well, we're going to make a plate real quick for y'all, and then we're going to sign off. All right? We appreciate y'all watching us. I'll make my plate. How's that?
Mama, y'all can make your plate.
Yeah, y'all can go ahead.
You just dropped a whole biscuit.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. That was dropped in the floor. I don't know how that happened. Okay, squish. Taters. I get a little piece of pork. And I like biscuits and gravy like this. Let me get me a dipper. Dipper, dipper. Nothing green on the plate. That's all right. There it is, y'all. Looks good. I promise it's going to be absolutely delicious. We appreciate y'all watching us tonight. We love you. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you the next time on Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like our mamas did. Bye, y'all. Love you.